Welcome to the Pondcast. Today's episode, Mewtwo Mayhem, part 1 of the raid videos. I'm your host, Draco, and joining me today is Gurin.
Hello.
Sunryu.
Hello.
And Chase.
How's it going, everyone?
Battle at the Pond series is where we train the same Pokemon in secret and reveal our strategies live. Our goal is to inspire out-of-the-box thinking and showcase the boundless possibilities of Pokemon training. It's all about embracing creativity and showing that there's no one way to train a Pokemon. Although today's episode is going to be different. And let's dive into it. With the coming Mewtwo Raid that we now know officially will be a Psychic-type Raid, we wanted to give our best ideas for challenging Mewtwo using other Pokemon, not Mew. We will be doing another video following this one, so stay tuned for that one as it should be dropping the same day as this one does. You get a 2 for this week. So Mewtwo is our Gen 1 Psychic-type Pokemon with base stat total of 680, hit points at 106, attack at 110, defense at 90, special attack at 154, special defense at 90, and a speed of 130. Being a Psychic-type Pokemon, it will take 2 times damage from Bug, Ghost, and Dark types, and half damage from Fighting and other Psychic types. And it will have the hidden ability Unnerve, which will prevent Pokemon from using any berries in battle. Please keep that in mind when you are challenging this Pokemon. You know, we're constantly always talking about what moves we're going to see, and we're usually in, of course, a really good back and forth, discussing what move will we see versus what move we might see.
Definitely Calm Mind. I definitely think we could also see Dark Pulse.
Now, this might be a bit nasty, but I do think it might have nasty plot.
Oh, that's nasty.
I kind of agree with Chase in the fact that you might get Calm Mind. I feel like that would be a definite, thing. Like, if it's going to have a stat boosting move, it's most likely either going to be between, Calm Mind or Nasty. Unless it gets, unless we are actually going up against a physical Mewtwo or, a mixed one or something, and he gets, woke up or something, but I still find that to be highly unlikely.
Shadow Ball. I think Mewtwo's going to have Shadow Ball as well.
Shadow Ball. It's Shadow Ball, I can definitely see.
We're gonna have online unless or bulk up offensive. So you're gonna have Psychic, Side Strike. Definitely, I feel like it's gonna have Shadow Ball, and then maybe Aura String. That's on the YouTube. You can probably see Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Splinter, and then for defensive, I would say Amnesia.
Amnesia.
I think it's a bit weird because if this Mewtwo follows past trend, it's definitely going to have Terra Blast as one of its staple moves.
I'm thinking because of the weaknesses that Mewtwo has, Bug, Ghost, Dark, it's going to mainline hard counters for those 3 specific ones. So for Bug, I can see Flamethrower, Fire Blast, both running off that special attack. For Ghosts, Shadow Ball. For Dark, Aura Sphere. I'm thinking just because it does more damage and it's a curveball because people will be bringing in special tanks. Psy Strike, because it does more damage than Psychic, but it deals physical damage as opposed to special damage. So I think that's going to be the direction they're going to go with. I agree, it's either going to be Nasty Plot or Calm Mind for the boost. As far as anything else, it has an assortment of moves that run the entire list of types with only a few exceptions. And so it's really hard to narrow down what other specific moves we might see, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get Psychic Terrain.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Because that in itself is going to add more damage to that fight. It's going to make that fight a lot harder. Now, typically, I'm usually the last one to go, but because so many times it seems like I'm copying everyone, I've decided to go first this time.
Let's go.
Copy us. Don't lie. We know the truth.
You can't handle the truth!
So, the Pokemon I think I'm going to be using for this particular raid is going to be my Clowitzer, actually.
Oh!
Yeah, return of the crab
return
cannon.
of the crab cannon.
I have affectionately called my Clowitzer Galvatron for obvious reasons, and the item I'm going to be giving it is the Shell Bell, and its only ability is Mega Launcher, which boosts the power of Pulse-type moves. So, to try to capitalize off the Mega Launcher ability, I gave it the move Dark Pulse, but being the case that it may carry disabled, I wanted to back up the move with other moves such as Pounce, which is a bug type move, which has a 100% chance to lower the target speed by 1 stage, Muddy Waters, which has a 30% chance to lower accuracy by 1 stage, and Shadow Ball, which has a 20% chance to lower the target's special defense by 1 stage. It's the full EV spread into special attack and special defense with what little left into standard defense, and I made it a calm nature to boost the special defense stat because I'm more concerned over that really high special attack that Mewtwo will be slinging.
I like it. I like the fact. I'm actually very surprised about the fact that you bring back Wowitzer. Honestly, I was not expecting that. And then just having, making sure you have like that Dark Pulse coverage with its ability to do that extra damage. Very nice. Pounce also threw me for a loop too. I wasn't expecting the Pounce. I do understand your worries of like the Mewtwo definitely or might having the disable move. So like having that other option to do like super effective damage is very nice. Yeah, I think the other moves you chose, like just for in terms of like lowering down like stuff, is a pretty nice choice as well.
Yeah, so like Gurren said, Pounce very interesting. I didn't actually know that Wowitzer got Pounce, to be completely honest with you. Dark Pulse, solid strat. Can't see any fault in that. Muddy Water's also interesting, but it could prove to come in handy. Overall, I think this crab might have it in the bag. Hashtag Cult of Crab.
Actually, it's not crab, isn't that? That was a prawn.
I am not a shrimp. I'm a king prawn. Let's go, come on.
Funny enough, there is a Facebook group called Cult of Crab, which I am coincidentally a part of.
Ah, shocker.
Do you guys do they have like a crab dance thing going on too in there? Let's go.
I think every now and then someone does post the crab rave.
Okay, yeah, how a good set of moves. Okay, I was just wondering what's your Tera type and the EV spread you have for it.
Oh, the Tera typing is going to be Dragon, and the EV spread was 252 into special attack and special defense, and the last bit into straight up defense, giving it its calm nature, which is boosting special defense and reducing attack damage.
Dragon Tera type.
Sounds very good.
Was there any like reasons for the Dragon Tera typing? Like
resistance. A lot of resistance. Even though Mewtwo may be packing some ice attacks, there's only 3 attacks out of its insanely huge move pool that it gets that I'm really worried about. I figure that the odds are with me.
From a special standpoint, you're actually looking pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So the Pokemon I'll be using is Gristown. This is a Dark Fairy Psychic type, and the ability I give it is Ringster. The item will be Leftovers, and then the moves will be Foul Play, Leech Life, Life Screen, and Turn Blast. And then the Tera type will be Dark. And the spread EVs are 252 attacks, 252 special defense, and then it will be Adamant.
Sounds like a good support mod to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Grimmsnarl's going to be a staple in these raids. Definitely can run very good support. Screen specifically on Grimmsnarl, very good. Leech Life, actually very interesting choice.
Definitely sustainability.
Yeah. Come to realize that those drain moves in the Tera battles tend to work really well. Using the Shell Bell, I was actually able to recover a lot of health.
Yes.
Very
Yes, you can.
So that would be another option instead of your Leftovers, then, technically. If you wanted to.
Yeah.
Why didn't you think about using Swagger? Because, like you said, you're going to use Foul Play. So if you're going to use that move, why not maximize it, especially if you're going to Tera Dark?
Oh, I think my only gripe would only just be the Prankster ability, but only if it gets Psychic Terrain.
So I was going to say the nice thing about Swagger as well is it causes confusion. So you can get a little bit of chip damage off as well.
It's just a thought. If you're gonna run Foul Play, you might as well try and Swagger with it and really capitalize, especially with you going Dark Tera. You're just massively increasing that damage.
No,
now.
I thought about it.
Yeah, like I don't think it'll probably run a poison move, and I don't think it'll be running a steel move. I'm not sure what steel move it gets, but I think it gets Flash Cannon. It doesn't have any? Oh, even better. There we go. Even better. Oh, that explains why Hatterene. Okay, that would explain why Hatterene is one of the options then for the support mods too. Then, oh, thank God. Okay, maybe I need to go train a Hatterene.
Chase, what's your build?
I used the same Pokemon, but I did do 2 different builds, just depending on how you want to run it. Obviously, you can mix and match either of these builds, but I'm going to start off with the build that personally I'm not going to be starting off with. I'm going to keep it in my back pocket, and this is a returning mon similar to your Cloetza. This is Excalibur the Cerulege, running Shell Bell, Terra Bug, Flash Fire, moves are Bitter Blade, X Scissor, Clear Smog, and Bulk Up. EVs are 252 into attack, 125 into defense, 125 into special defense, 4 into speed, and a Jolly Nature to boost speed and then lower special attack because I won't be making use of special attack. And the second build that I am going to be trying out first is Durandal the Cerulege, Terra Bug. Item is Metronome, which boosts the power of moves or the same move that is used consecutive times. Ability Flash Fire. Moves are Bitter Blade, X Scissor, Sword Stance, and Taunt. EV spread is the same, so 252 attack, 125 defense, 125 special defense, 4 into speed, and Jolly Nature to boost speed and minus special attack.
First off, I like the name Durandal. Thank you. Love it. Love it.
Some
Love me some Song of
representation.
Roland. Yep. Love me some Song of Roland. Let's go. I wish I used your original Cerulege build when you what raid one was that? Delphox? Was it Delphox raid?
Yeah,
Right? That was the one,
Delphox.
right? Yeah. I really did wish I did use that. But other than that, yeah, your new one too, like, okay, so now you're taking it a little bit differently, right? You're going with the bug tear typing instead of the steel. Well, obvious reasons. You know, Flash Fire, because like we said, we don't know if Mewtwo might get a fire type move, but it might, just to, like, you know, veer off those bug types. So you never know. Maybe it'll try to hit you with it for some odd, dumb reason, and then you'll just not take it. Metronome. Oh my god, when I heard you say Metronome, I was like, oh my goodness, that is an item that I keep forgetting about, because especially for stuff like these, for raids, more than likely you'll be spamming the same move over and over again. So you'll get that maximum proc on the metronome. And then of course the sustainability with your whole Bitter Blade thing too. So like that's perfect, I think.
Yeah, those are good. So I think both will be good, but say your primary one will be the one win. I think that probably be the better option. It's good, but we have to be careful with that one.
Right.
Mewtwo also has Power Gem as a rock type move it can use.
Oh, power
Yeah.
gem. Interesting.
I had actually forgotten about the rock moves. It's
I
got,
did forget that it learned Power Gem.
but it's the only special attack rock move that it learns. The other 3 that it can get are physical. Potentially, you might actually be able to skirt past that. Statistically speaking, it's got more fire attacks than it does rock attacks that it could use effectively against you. So I think you'll be all right, statistically speaking. But no, I totally forgot Metronome as an item, and now I'm rethinking certain things. But I do like that item. It's such an underused item, I think. You also have to watch out for Ancient Power. That's right. It learns Ancient Power.
Yep.
Ooh.
Plus H power is for the other.
Oof. Yeah, I can see that.
It won't have any rock moves.
And bringing it home is gonna be good.
Okay. So the Pokemon that I am bringing to this raid, because I have been thinking about bringing this mon to multiple raids, a Alolan mon to the raid, because it is a Poison Dark type and it's only weak to ground. I don't know if Mewtwo gets ground type moves. I'm hoping it does not bring any ground type moves. If it does,
It does. It has it can learn Earthquake.
Earthquake. Okay.
It can also learn Stomping Tantrum.
And
Earth
Stomping
Power.
Tantrum. Oh, it has Earth Power too.
I believe it does.
We're gonna see. I'm just gonna speculate more on the side it's not bringing those ground type moves at all, unless it has some weird gimmick where, like, if you bring in a certain Mew with a certain Terra type, it'll bring like a move that's it's weak to for that Terra typing. I mean, I don't know, Pokemon Company can just do something crazy like that. For this though, I am running full EV stats into special defense, full EV stats into HP, because its base attack stat is 105, so I don't think I need anything to do with like changing it. Plus with this build, it's more likely not going to be using any physical moves, kind of. It just kind of depends, because I kind of made this into like a partial supporter, so like attack support. It's running a sassy nature to reduce its speed to raise its special defense, because I mean 50 base speed, there's no reason not to lower its speed more. It's probably going to be like the last Pokemon moving anyways. The item, this can switch around. Right now I have it as leftovers, Terra type Dart. You can also have some fun with the ability. Not recommended to put Poison Touch on, mostly because of the movesets that I do have for it. In this case, I'm running Hex. Very odd choice, yes, because of the Ghost type move, but I do feel like it's a very fun move to use, especially with Poison Touch and it getting poisoned, and if anybody else has any status inflicting moves as well. Very odd choice, yes, that I'm putting like these special moves on the Alolan Muck, since its special attack is only at 65, and I only put like the remainder of my EV points into it. But like I said, it's more for support, and I'm running Hex anyway, so like Hex does extra damage with the status effect that Mewtwo may have during the battles. Moves. Snarl for that support, like little chip damage, lowered special attack just in case it does raise its special attacks in any way. Acid Spray, if my teammates are running any special attackers, then that would help out because it lowers, and I also damage at the same time. So that could also be replaced as well for like another move like Dark Pulse, or Venoshock is another possible thing too, because if it does get poisoned by Poison Touch, then I can do a little bit of stab damage while it's not super effective, but it does more damage. For those of my my buddies that are probably running a physical set like Jason's Ceruledge or Sun's Grimmsnarl, I did put Crunch on it. Now it has a chance to lower the defense, but it's still something. Actually, another item that now that I'm looking at it, that you could also run if you're not running Leftovers for the sustainability, you could also run Assault Vest on this build as well. So like boosted special defense even further. That's my mod that I'm bringing to this raid.
Okay, guys, sounds very good for support. So I think if I do builds, it's just a support one.
I really like the build. Does your Muck have a nickname?
Because it's a Alolan Muck, and where Guren is from, the Alola region, I call it Brada M. Because he's like that big brother, or in this case here in Hawaii, he's that big brother that just looks out for his younger brothers, with the support and beating up some bullies.
It's an opportunity, man. He's got Crunch. Muck wraps around things. Could have called him Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Crunch Wrap Supreme. I loved it.
But yeah, no, I do like the build. I think it is a very decent build, very diverse. You sort of plan for almost every situation. But yeah, what are the chances Mewtwo has any ground move? Let's be honest here. Mewtwo floats. He doesn't like the ground. He's groundophobic.
He's groundophobic. You're mentioning using Crunch and Poison Touch. I'm just like, that's a great combo right there, because you're not only getting stabbed, you're turning into Dark type, you have a chance to poison.
But yeah,
Wow.
It is weird that it doesn't have any egg moves.
They bugged it. It looks like the Alolan Muck is bugged.
Oh wow.
Because Joe Merrick went through it and he's like, I don't know why it has no egg moves. It should have egg moves, and it learns no egg moves, and so he was forced to remove it from Cerebi. So back to what I was originally trying to say before we segued into why the hell doesn't it get egg moves? No, I think your choice of moves for what you're going for I think works. The fact that you are attempting to damage and poison at the same time, so that you can then shift gears into Venoshock or Hex. I do enjoy those particular moves a lot. I think this is honestly a pretty solid build. I'm just concerned that Mewtwo is going to be packing some anti-dark, anti-ghost, anti-bug moves, and that's why I kind of went the roundabout way myself. I was afraid of channeling it head on, but you guys are just like, yeah, screw it, we're going in for it. And so here's hoping that you guys get lucky on that.
Please, dice rolls. Please roll in our favor.
I told you, Mewtwo's groundophobic. What's on the ground? Rocks. He's rockophobic.
He's not going to have rock types or ground type moves at all.
Mew always floats. Mew always flies. Come on, what are the chances? He'll probably have friggin' Brave Bird before he has a rock or ground bird.
And with that brings this part of the episode to a close. What do you think about our builds? What Pokemon do you plan on bringing in? Let us know down below. Also, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Let us know how we're doing. And as always, have an awesome day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, girls.